Good morning. Meteorologist Nick Johnston here, coming to you live on Facebook and YouTube from the New School Center for Media in Albany. Oh, I had a great day yesterday up at Mount Snow, getting some last runs into the season there. Snowboarding, skiing. Me and Julia Dunn went up there. Maybe some of you saw the video that I shared from yesterday. Also stopped at the Big Moose Deli, if anybody's familiar with that, in Hoosick Falls. That's it's the only place to stop at if you're going between here and southern Vermont. It's right near Bennington, Vermont. Anyway, good morning. Terry Fraser, good morning. Tina Spano, happy Friday. Happy Friday. And Friday the 13th, no less. Sorry for being a little bit late this morning. I did have some technical glitches, but what would you expect for Friday the 13th? And actually, today, the weather really looks pretty decent, which is great because the weekend, not looking so great anymore. Sunday never looked so good, but looked like Saturday was going to be a decent day. Now it's looking less pleasant, shall we say. Got some weather headlines to go through with everybody here. Karen Hanlon, good morning. Carol Stegville, happy Friday. Russell Wandry, good morning. Angela Rucci, good morning. And Shirley Quinney, good morning. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the weather this morning. Yeah, get ready. Here we go. Okay, first of all, today. Let's focus on today. Pretty nice, like I said. Seasonably mild highs, 55 to 60. Some of us will get a little bit above normal, might get to 60, might just get into the upper 50s. And if we do not get to 60, it means we have still not been in 60-degree range since February. Might have to just wait a little longer for that 60-degree day. Mostly dry today. There will be a slight chance for a few isolated showers, but not really likely, only about a 20% chance. The best chance would be from the late morning into the afternoon. I'll show you the radar. There are a few showers out there right now, but they are expected to be isolated and sort of the exception to the rule. Most of today will be dry and, again, fairly mild and pleasant. Not a bad day today. All right, but let's talk about Saturday. That stationary front that's going to be draped across the area, I showed you that yesterday. Well, now it looks like that's going to be sinking south, and that is going to have a big impact on the weather, unfortunately. It means it's going to keep most of us in the 40s, upper 40s for many, but a big drop in the temperatures from what it looked like we'd get to yesterday. Scattered showers will be a good bet. And for the northern areas where it stays colder, sleet or ice is going to be a possibility. Potentially, a significant amount of icing is going to be possible. Some of the areas might stay near the freezing point to the north. And with rain, a good bet, especially into Saturday night and into Sunday, there could be enough icing to maybe bring down some trees and even a few power lines. Power outages will be a possibility for some of the northern areas this weekend due to that icing. And into Sunday, cool. It's possible even the capital region could see a little bit of sleet, but it will change over to mostly just rain showers around the Albany area. Areas to the north might continue to see a mix of precipitation into Sunday. Some small accumulations of sleet will be possible, maybe an inch or two in spots to the north. And again, enough icing that in spots there could be a few problems and power outages. Then we shift to Monday, where it will be milder, but it's going to be heavy rain potential for Monday, enough to potentially bring us some flooding concerns. So with all of that ahead, get out there and enjoy your Friday, because today, compared to what's coming, today really looks pretty great. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the weather for today, Friday. Not bad. Jules Ann, good morning. Not so nice this weekend. You're absolutely right. Monica Jean, good morning. Yes, TGIF. Ashley Hale, ugh, gosh, the winter that never ends. Yeah, you know what? I think this year, and we've seen some of these types of conditions in recent years. Maybe not exactly like this, but what I meant to say was some of these seasons, you pretty much go from winter directly into summer, skip right over spring. That's looking like this year. But you know what? I did remember about 5 or 6 years ago, there was a Memorial Day weekend, May. I went camping and it was brutal. It was cold, just a sideways cold rain for most of the weekend. And there was, again, sleet and snow across the northern areas. So it does sometimes happen even in May, but yeah, not looking like a great weekend. All right, let's talk about today, because again, today looks pretty good. Mid to upper 50s, not bad. A little warmer today than yesterday. And like I said, most of the day will be dry. There will be the chance for a few isolated showers at times, possibly 1 or 2 this morning, though right now most areas are dry. There are a few showers I'm going to show you on the radar. Heading through the day then, yeah, we'll keep a chance for a passing shower, but most of the time it's going to be dry with relatively light winds. That's always a big difference. And that'll feel pretty nice with those milder temperatures. So again, overall, today looks pretty good, especially compared to what's coming. Let's get a sense of what is normal for this time of the year with the Daily Almanac here. Lori Sheeran, good morning. Susan Boyce, good morning. 51 here, nice, beautiful morning. Yeah, it's pretty nice out there right now. It is definitely a milder morning. All right. 57's normal for a high, 37's the normal low, 87 the record high, a 1/10 of an inch of rain. That brings our total for the month 0.80, and our total for the year up to 9 1/3 inches of liquid, which is almost dead on normal. It might have seemed like a bit of a wet season, and it has been at times, but so far for 2018, look at that. Compared to the normal, we are just a touch above normal, 3/100ths of an inch above average in terms of the precipitation for the year. Now, in terms of the snowfall for the year, we are 18 inches above average, having added 2.4 this month. There's a chance to add a little bit more this weekend. We might just see a few quick mixed showers in the capital region, no significant accumulation there, but areas to the north might actually get a small accumulation of sleet or wet snow and ice. Freezing rain a possibility for some of those northern spots. So let me show you what it looks like outside, because it is a nice morning. It was a beautiful sunrise as I was driving into work this morning here at the new school. Check this out. This is from Cobleskill. All right, that's maybe not the prettiest of shots. Let me try and refresh that. All right, brightening up a little bit there. This is what it looks like from the Cohoes Falls, the Mohawk River. Yeah, now by, say, Monday afternoon, this picture might look a little different. It's going to be running high. And again, there is that chance for flooding. Gene Habanowski. Cold in Glens Falls. Really? Cold? I'll show you the temperatures in just a little while. Should be a bit of a milder morning for most, especially compared to what we've seen recently. Most areas are in the 30s and 40s. This is what Hessville looks like. It looks a bit cloudy in Hessville. Saratoga Lake looks beautiful, though, where there is some sun coming through. You can tell the winds are light looking at this picture. This is my Long Lake, where it looks a bit overcast. Plattekill right now this morning. Skies are mixed. They've been melting off some snowpack, but still have a lot. Again, I was at Mount Snow yesterday. Here's what they look like right now. It was a beautiful day. It did start raining. And let's be clear, the snow was what I like to call, it was sticky snow. It would really kind of grab you and slow you down a bit. But overall, it was an amazing day at Mount Snow yesterday. Oh, I'll be sharing pictures and some entertaining videos from my adventures yesterday at Mount Snow throughout the day today. So look forward to those. Hey, I also did a little bit of grilling when I got home last night. Busy day yesterday. I'll share all of that. So check back throughout the day. This is what it looks like up at Lake Placid right now, where it's, some low cloud cover. From the top of Whiteface Mountain, there's not much to see. A fresh coating of ice coats the camera's lens there. This is North Adams, Mass. Beautiful morning here at the airport. Nice. And finally, Saving the best for last. Check that out. Manchester, Vermont. Lovely. Just lovely. Kevin Spencer, good morning. Cindy McKinty, what's the outlook for the summer? I'm a gardener, just curious. Well, the long-range forecast for the summer is calling for above normal temperatures. Though that long-range forecast is, you know, it's pretty iffy. It is a rough guide at best. Let's be honest here. The long-range forecast a couple months ago had April being above average, and that is not happening. So just want to give that, take that with a big grain of salt, but it's supposed to start in May, June, July. It's supposed to be above normal temperatures. All right. Let me show you, though, the radar real quick, and then I do want to talk about the advisories map and the temperatures. See here, most of the area right now, dry. A couple of showers right now down near Newburgh. Heading into Connecticut, there was that line of showers moving in from the west. Now, if I zoom out, you will see that, that line of showers pretty much evaporated. There will be the chance for a few additional showers as we head through the day today, but notice, most of New York right now is rain-free. Most of the day should be dry. And again, it's going to be mild, and with light winds, you should be able to enjoy the milder temperatures. Mix of clouds and sun. We'll probably stay on the cloudier side of things, but we'll occasionally get some breaks in the clouds, I think. Overall, not a bad day today at all. Good morning to maybe go for a walk. Emily Stalker, good morning. Ashley Hale, tough to get excited about the weather. Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. Corey, deal. Time to find a campground. Yeah, Corey. Now, I was talking, of course, to Julie about camping yesterday. And, you know, something to be mindful of, though, is if there's a service road to the campground, know that it may still be completely snow-covered. Just something to be mindful of. If you're counting on that service road to be open, it might not be. You might have to hike your stuff in. That's all. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because a lot of areas still have a lot of snowpack on the ground, even if your backyard is looking clear. All right, here's a look at the temperatures real quick. Yeah, I'm surprised. Somebody earlier was saying it's a cold morning. Not in most places. It's above average for most. Look, we got 48 degrees. That's coming out of even in Saratoga County, 48 degrees, 50 coming out of Rensselaer County there. Near Albany, it's low to mid 40s. Even in the capital, or even in the Catskills, we've got 40s. Adirondacks, we've got upper 30s. And look at this. Down to the south, near Westchester, that's 61 degrees right now. So most are experiencing a pretty mild morning. Might be a few cooler pockets, but also in general, everybody's above freezing for a change this morning. Most of this week, we've seen some frosty mornings. Not the case today. And again, it is expected to warm up fairly nicely as we head through the morning and into the afternoon. Not bad at all. Okay, but get ready. I got to show you this map. The watches and warnings map, now showing a winter weather advisory for the northern sections of the viewing area. Jody Sweet, good morning. John Ellsworth, here at Gore Mountain this morning. Awesome, John, enjoy. Let me tell you, spring conditions for sure. I had a great day yesterday at Mount Snow. Hopefully you enjoy Gore. Janice, Decant, bring on the warm weather, please. Well, today will be fairly warm. All right, so notice this is the winter weather advisory. It's for the northern areas, including Bennington, Rutland, northern half of Saratoga County, and up into Herkimer, Hamilton County, Fulton County as well. So let's talk about what that means for those areas. Here's the write-up. 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 p.m. Sunday. It's kind of a long duration winter weather advisory. Now, what does it mean? Well, mixed precipitation starting Saturday, continuing for most of the day Sunday. We're not talking about big accumulations. Sleet, accumulation of anywhere from a ½ inch to 2 inches. Okay, That's not very impressive. Perhaps more concerning is the chance for freezing rain, where up to 0.3 of an inch of freezing rain. Now that is more significant. 0.3 of an inch is enough to potentially weigh down some trees and power lines. Could be some isolated power outages as a result of that freezing rain. So that's maybe the bigger concern with this. Again, that's from 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 p.m. on Sunday. Where? Yeah, Northern Herkimer, Hamilton, Warren, Washington counties. I showed you the map. I'll show it to you again so you get a sense of where that's going to be. Get that out of the way. There you go. Those purple shaded areas, including northern Saratoga County, and yes, including Saratoga Springs, Glens Falls, Bennington. All of those areas are included in that. All right. Well, here's the surface map, and I want to show you the storm that's going to bring us this less than pleasant weekend. It's that area of low pressure, but it's really this boundary, this front that's going to kind of stay stuck across the area and continue to focus these showers. And again, north of that front, it's going to be staying a lot cooler. That's the potential problem. And the fact that as we head into Saturday and Sunday, that front looks to sink to the south. This is what it looks like for today. Relatively mild, best chance for showers from the capital region to the north. Here's what it looks like, though, Saturday morning. Starting to sink south. And look at that. That's Saturday afternoon, evening. As that front sinks down into Pennsylvania, it brings in some colder air, and that allows this change in mix to the north, where it may mostly be freezing rain with a little sleet mixed in. Capital region will still generally just be rain. Let me show you what Sunday morning looks like. Ugly. Sinks even farther south, that front, and brings in even colder air. Now, as we head into Monday, it looks like more of a rain event, dragging in Atlantic moisture and focusing that across the area. We're talking about potentially heavy rain for Monday. And after the snowmelt and a few days of showers, we're going to have to be on the lookout for the potential for at least some minor flooding issues. So a lot going on, most of it not great. But let me show you how much sleet and ice we're talking about. First, here's the snow potential, snow and sleet, I'll say. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay. So yeah, we're not talking about a lot for most places, less than an inch. Even if we do see some in the capital region, it would not really easily stick to anything, mostly melting on contact, less than an inch anyways. North areas might see an inch, maybe 2, especially really as you get farther north into the real Adirondack areas to the north, northern Herkimer, Hamilton counties. Northern, say, Warren counties, those areas might see a little bit more sleet or wet snow mixed in. But I think it's the ice that's the bigger story here. And let me show you the ice potential. Check out this map. Yeah, that's not good. Those red areas is where you could see as much as maybe 1/3 of an inch, 0.3, maybe a little bit more in spots. That's enough to start weighing things down and potentially breaking some tree branches, weighing down some power lines. Most, even in the higher elevations here, are talking about 1/100ths of an inch, but it gets a little bit more significant in those northern areas, and that's why that winter weather advisory has been posted for areas north of the Mohawk Valley and north of the capital region, northern half of Saratoga County into Bennington. Those areas could see slightly more significant icing. All right. Let's wrap things up with the forecast here. Jody Sweet, enjoy your Friday the 13th too. Diane Hammond, good morning. Lenny Adams, good morning. I'd rather have a foot of snow than an inch of ice. I hear you, Lenny. I tend to enjoy most weather conditions, but a cold, driving rain or freezing rain, that's pretty miserable. Most people can agree. Cold, icy rain is just no fun. Hey, 58 degrees today. That looks pretty nice. Get out and enjoy it as much as possible. That's my advice to you. Northwest winds stay light, variable maybe at times. Winds should not be an issue at all today. Pretty pleasant. Isolated shower chance today, but most of the day will be rain-free. 44 degrees tonight, but again, maybe an isolated shower. 44, another mild night tonight. Into tomorrow, not so mild. Showers, especially from the late morning into the afternoon. And again, that mix and ice will be possible, especially to the north. In fact, at 48 degrees, Albany would not likely see any icing Saturday. It would be Saturday night or Sunday, where even the capital region could see a little changeover, a little mixing. 48 degrees, though, for Saturday. Some places, especially south, might get into the 50s. But again, with that front sinking south, it's a pull in a lot of cooler air. And that is the problem. Here is the 7-day forecast. Lawrence Holman Jr. Models show way more ice than the National Weather Service thinks. I don't get where they see so much sleet. Yeah. Well, let me tell you, I mean, even yesterday at Mount Snow, you know, there was some sleet. It changed over to sleet. So again, you get that colder air through the mid-levels of the atmosphere. You can get a changeover. But yeah, icing, I do agree. I think icing is the bigger concern with this storm, and that's going to be more likely across the northern areas. Could be enough to cause some power outs. Yeah, 1/3 of an inch of ice. That's not a joke. All right, 58 today, 48 on Saturday. 40 degrees then on Sunday. 40 on Sunday. Rain, likely, though even the capital region could see a little mix in the morning. Look at that overnight low, Saturday night, 33 degrees. That's where you get that potential for icing, especially, again, in the evening and overnight and into Sunday, where some of the north areas just won't warm up. Many of the northern areas are going to stay in the 30s, and some of them will stay in the lower 30s, raising that concern for freezing rain and icing. Then Monday, we warm up to 52 degrees, still below normal, but much milder than what we see on Sunday. Rain, moderate to heavy on Monday, raising the potential for flooding. Tuesday, just a couple of isolated leftover showers, but look at that high, 44 degrees. Where is spring? And looking at the longer range forecast here, 50 for Wednesday, a decent day. Still below average, but decent. With a mix of sun and clouds, 50 degrees, generally dry. A little bit of a breeze blowing here as we head into next week. 52 Thursday with a few afternoon showers coming back. Happy Friday the 13th to everybody. TGIF. I wish I had better news for the upcoming weekend. But the forecast is what it is. We'll get to spring and summer eventually, or maybe not spring. Maybe we'll just jump right into summer this year. I'm sure a lot of people are ready for that transition. Still no sign of it in the 7-day forecast, but it is bound to happen eventually. Karen Hanlon, we can make the best of bad weather because it will get better. Thank you, Karen. I agree. I say, you know what? It's hard to fully appreciate summer without a good, hard winter. And this year, I think people will really be appreciating summer when it finally does arrive. I hope so, at least. Carla Libby, Mother Nature needs some therapy. Hard to argue with that. Tom McCowan, Facebook just reminded me that 4 years ago, I was enjoying a beautiful night on my porch, proclaiming that winter was over. Yes, I've seen some similar pictures myself. All right, hey, hope everybody has a good Friday the 13th. Enjoy your it's hard to even say. Enjoy your weekend as much as possible. Maybe catch up on Netflix or go see a good movie. And I will see you on Monday.